Hey booktubers, I thought I would do this tag, which is the Ultimate Harry Potter tag, and it is by StarzBooks, her channel, and I saw Richard do this one too. I think it was just today I was watching it, and I also saw Sony the Book Lover, who's Sonia. I've recently subscribed to both StarzBooks and Sony the Book Lover recently, so. And have been enjoying their channels. I thought this was kind of a neat tag. Because I'm kind of an older Harry Potter fan, I thought maybe you guys might be interested in what I think about some of the books and movies. And to tell you the truth, I would have to say that my favorite book so far, and I'll explain that in a minute, is probably Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. And I purchased this as a used book from somebody, like in 2005, because I had never read any Harry Potter books. I had watched the first 3 movies, and I believe it was right about this time when the Goblet of Fire movie came out. And I thought, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to watch or read the book before I watched the movie this time, because I had not read any of the first 3 books, but I did watch the movies and really enjoyed them. Of course, this, I think, was like the first book that was like super huge, thick, right? And this is book 4. So I thought, wow, I didn't realize these books were so thick. And then when I went back and looked at the other 3, they were a lot smaller than this. But in any case, I'm really, really glad I read the book. And I believe it's my favorite one because it's probably the first one that I read. And there was so much more going on in the book than the movie showed. And I found that to be the case with 5 and with 6. It's just amazing how much more is in there, like the stuff with the house elves and stuff. They didn't really cover a whole lot of that in the 4th and 5th books, or the movies, I mean. And I think it was the 5th movie where they completely cut out everything that had to do with the house elves. I can't remember now. I don't know. I don't remember which one, but one of them was they just completely cut it all out. So I was like, how could you completely cut that whole thing out? It was really a good part of the book. But anyway, so Harry Potter: The Goblet of Fire is probably my favorite book because it was the first one I read. As far as the movies go, I'm going to have to agree with Sonia. I like the first movie, and I think it was because, like she had stated, it's when we were introduced to Harry Potter. We were introduced to the whole world, and of course I love big orchestra music. I love classical music, big orchestra stuff. I like well, I don't want to get into all that now, but let's say I just love big orchestra music. And when John Williams wrote the original Harry Potter theme and the music to that movie, it is absolutely gorgeous stuff. And so that was what sticks in my mind is, of course, the movie and the acting and everything that's going on is great, but the music was absolutely fantastic. And I was just thinking about, I have not purchased any of the movie CDs, soundtracks, and I think I want to do that. I'm going to start off with the first one. I was thinking about buying it and play it in the background as I was recording this, but I didn't do it. So we've got my favorite, I'd have to say my second favorite Harry Potter movie was probably Order of the Phoenix, I'm thinking. It's really hard to say. I liked Prisoner of No, I'm going to go with Prisoner of Azkaban because I like the fact that in that movie Harry Potter had a connection other than his aunt, that pretty much we all know didn't really want Harry around, a connection with his family, and a connection who understood him, I guess that's the best way to put it, with Sirius Black, and we found all that stuff out in number 3. And of course, we all know what happened. I think it was in Order of the Phoenix. But in any case, it was just really a happy time for Harry at that point to find out that he had someone who was connected with his parents intimately, if you will. So, in any case, I think number 3 was one of my favorites. Number 1 is the book, Autumn and Harry Potter Experience. I really don't have any other experiences other than the books and the movies, and I guess I've talked about that enough, so I rambled and rambled and rambled about nothing terribly interesting or in particular, so I forgot to mention that I have not read Harry Potter 7 yet. And I don't know why I haven't got it. It's something that I'm definitely going to do hopefully soon. And I'm reading like 4 or 5 books right now. So, but I do want to read that fairly soon, and I want to watch the first movie. And I don't watch the movies until I've read the book, at least so, except for the first 3, as you know. But in any case, no, I haven't read it yet. I'm kind of putting it off. It's like I don't really want it to like end. So one way to do that, of course, is just kind of wait and wait and wait until you read the very last installment. So in any case, I just thought you'd find it interesting that I have not done that. But it's going to happen soon, because I do want to start watching the part 1 of number 7. So see you later.